Hello my friends, you are watching this video if you are doing the Zentangle 1-point perspective. So you have your piece of paper, your vanishing point is going to go in the middle of your paper. Now it doesn't matter if it's off a little bit, just try and find the middle as best as you can. The next thing you're going to do is you are going to draw all of the shapes that you would like to have for your Zentangle design. So we want to create our shapes first. So let's see, let's kind of create a couple different shapes here. I want something that's going to be kind of fun and interesting. I might have some shapes that are simple. Maybe I have some shapes that are round. If you know how to do round, if you know how to do curves, you can do them. But if you don't know how to do curves, then please stick with shapes that have angles to them. Let's see another kind of fun one here. That looks a little weird. We'll do that. So I'm going to start off with 5 shapes. I have 4 right now, so where do I want to put the other one? So maybe I'm going to, I don't know, what do we do here? Let's do something else that kind of has a curve to it. That looks kind of fun. All right, so now that you have your shapes drawn in, your first 5 shapes drawn in, and you might be, just so you're aware, you might be adding more. Most likely you'll add some more. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add another curve here. And I'm going to add something else there, just to kind of give it a little bit more. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take each of the shapes that are closest to our vanishing point, and we are going to make them go back to the vanishing point. So we're going to start with one shape at a time. So do not work multiple shapes. So a lot of students, I find sometimes they'll go in and they'll do something like this, but then they start working on the next shape before they've even finished this one. So make sure that you're working one shape at a time, and you want to end your shapes, end your shape before you go on to the next one, okay? I'm going to go to the circle just to remind you how to do circles. So when you go, you don't have a corner, so you would just put your pencil here. You would rotate this to the very, very edge of the circle, and that would become your guideline. Same thing over here, very edge of the circle becomes your guideline, and then you have parallel lines here. Well, if you have parallel lines here, you have to have your parallel line here, except you're working with a curve, so it's really contour. You're showing the roundness of this particular O or circle, donut, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to have a curve here, so wherever I'm going to end that, I want to try and keep that same curve all the way through. And then I'm going to end that and erase here. Now, one thing you also might want to notice is that I have an opening here. I'm not going to necessarily show things going back, but wherever this ends, I need to kind of pick up because I'm seeing the outside of this O. Therefore, I'm not going to see the inside on this side because I'm seeing over here, but I will see the inside over on this side of the O, okay? Or the donut, or whatever you want to call it. So then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to try and create the same thickness. And I'm trying to follow this curve right here, like that. And so now we have, you can kind of see that this is an open curve, okay? So one step at a time. So start there, and then we'll go on to the next video and show you how we're going to be doing some connecting.